You will introduce yourself to your fellow club members and give them some information about your background, interests, and ambitions. Practice giving your speech to friends and family members and strive to make eye contact with some of your audience. You may use some notes during your speech if you wish. Read the entire project before preparing your talk. Objectives: to begin speaking before an audience, to discover speaking skills you already have and skills that need some attention. And the time frame is from 4 to 6 minutes.
Thank you, Mary. Since I was able to be a mentor for Leah, this was really interesting for me, and I got to see her speech previously, so I'd like to see if she incorporated any of the suggestions that I had given her. And fellow Toastmasters, let's welcome our new Toastmaster.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters, my name is Leah McCullough and I'm from Florence, Kentucky. I want you all to know that I am truly grateful to be here tonight. And once I tell you my story, I think you'll really understand why. You see, up until a few years ago, I was almost completely bedridden for a few years. I never got to go hardly anywhere or see hardly anyone except for my husband and my dogs. Don't worry, the story has a happy ending. I'm going to tell you what happened when I got sick, when I got well, and how that ties in with my goals with Toastmasters. When I was younger, I was in top physical condition because I was in the Army. But all of a sudden, I was tired all the time. I was exhausted. It didn't matter if I went to bed early, if I slept all weekend, I was just really tired all the time. So I went to the doctor, and that was the start of a long odyssey to try and figure out what was wrong with me. Over the years, my condition deteriorated, and I was told everything that I had possible multiple sclerosis to a psychosomatic illness, which means they think you're crazy. Several years later, I went to the doctor for my aching back, and I was diagnosed with a disease called fibromyalgia. For you guys that are not familiar with it, the symptoms are widespread body pain, sleep disturbances, and fatigue. And of course, there are several drugs for all the symptoms. At the time, no one had ever heard of fibromyalgia, and half the doctors didn't even believe it was a real disease. I was so happy to finally have a name for what was wrong with me, but it was bittersweet because I was told over the years that there was nothing that could be done for it, and I just had to learn to live with it. About a year after I was diagnosed, I was in an accident at work, so I got hurt really bad, coupled with the pre-existing illness. I actually never worked at a job again. Over the next few years, it just became worse and worse. I was in bed 12 to 16 hours a day with a lot of fatigue. I couldn't hardly cook or clean or take care of myself. I was in a horrible amount of pain, and I couldn't hardly think straight because of brain fog. Honestly, I thought I was going to die, and I actually told my husband of my final wishes. However, at the same time, I was trying any kind of conventional or alternative treatment I could find that I thought could help me. I told my husband, if there's a way out of this, I'm going to find it, and it was my greatest wish. I went to a lecture entitled, "Why is Everyone So Sick?" because I wanted to know why I was so sick. And there I met a local holistic practitioner who told me that she used to have fibromyalgia, but now she's well. Now, the only person in all my searching that I've met who said they'd become well was a lady who had religious healing. So when I met this other woman, the practitioner, it was a really big deal for me. Now, I did what she said. Within a few weeks, I thought I was cured. I wasn't. I had a long way to go, but that's how much better I felt. Within 7 months, I was off all 9 prescription medications, and I'm still off of them. And I even started my own wellness business. I lost 70 pounds on a special diet, and I started exercising, like running and horseback riding, and I was genuinely reclaiming my life. Then 10 months after all this began, I got the biggest surprise of my life. After 8 years of marriage, I became pregnant. So I gave birth to a healthy, perfect baby boy in June 2009. His name is Mac. And I shut down all my business stuff to focus directly on the baby. Well, now Mac is 2.5, and I'm preparing for my next phase. And that's where Toastmasters comes in. You see, I know a lot of wonderful products die on the vine due to lack of good marketing. I honestly, I believe the information I have to share is too important to leave to chance. I honestly feel like it's a divine mission to get the message out to folks that not only is possible to recover from fibromyalgia, but you can have glowing, optimal health as well. I feel like Toastmasters is the perfect place for me to improve my communication skills so I can get the message out to the people who need it. At the beginning, I told you I was grateful to be here, so I guess now you can really see it. I plan on transforming this tragedy of an illness into a triumph. With the process of Toastmasters and your help, I really think that's possible. So, thank you.